Hello, Philadelphia. My name is Eitan Atias, and I lead our auto dealer team here at Pinterest. I'm joined by my wonderful colleague, Allison.
Hey everyone, I'm Allison McConaughey, and I'm a Senior Partner Manager here at Pinterest.
We both wish that we could be with you today in Philadelphia. It's actually my hometown, born and raised. I was so looking forward to going back. But unfortunately, due to the recent wave of COVID, we had some travel policies and restrictions that stopped us from getting there today in person. We're still really excited to be with you at the conference. We hope that everyone there has a great time. And we're excited to talk to you a little bit more about Pinterest. I think we might be the last presentation before cocktail. So if that's the case, please have a drink on us. So a lot of people might be wondering, Pinterest, why are they talking to us at an automotive conference? I've heard of Pinterest, I know about it, but I'm not really sure what it has to do with auto. And so that's why we're here today, or at least that's why we're presenting to you virtually today, is to teach you a little bit more about how we can help your dealers sell more vehicles by connecting to your customers where they're already making purchase decisions. In fact, 7 out of 10 auto shoppers on Pinterest use it for purchase decisions during their shopping journey. It's a great platform to connect with auto buyers. We're actually relatively early in working with the dealer community, but for the past 3, 4, or 5 years, we've already been partnering with every major auto brand at the tier 1 and tier 2 level. So companies like GM, Toyota, Nissan, they're finding a lot of success already on Pinterest and have been for years. And they've been asking us, what are you doing for our dealers? How are you helping the dealer community? And so Allison, myself, and the third member of our team who's not here today on the presentation have really been working hard to build out our Pinterest for dealers opportunity. And we're excited to share it with you today. So first things first, we know that life was completely turned upside down in 2020. It kind of carried on through 2021, and unfortunately, we're still virtual, and it looks like it's going to start 2022 this way as well. But you could see some of the headlines here and what happened in the auto industry. The pandemic forced car dealers to do the unthinkable, sell online. Right when we thought things were going to start to get better, then 2021 came around with all of the supply chain and microchip issues. And the result is that the industry and sort of the way that consumers think about buying or shopping for cars has actually changed probably forever. And so life really was turned upside down. But that said, your goals are still the same. They haven't changed. You're trying to build leads for tomorrow, sell more cars today, and ultimately drive greater loyalty through really great service within your community and within your customers. And it hasn't been all bad news. In fact, we know that transaction prices have never been higher, profits for most dealers have never been higher, and in a lot of ways, all of these crazy new industry dynamics have brought a lot of new buyers into the market. We've actually seen that when the pandemic hit, 1 in 3 people that didn't have a car intended to buy one. And half of people actually think that a personal vehicle is just more hygienic than other transportation. And so what we're seeing is that whether people moved to a new state because they were working remotely, or they just moved to the suburbs to get out of the city, or they frankly just didn't want to use public transportation anymore, a lot of new people were actually entering the market and for the first time trying to rediscover what sort of vehicles are out there, which vehicle is right for me. And so all of these changes created a lot of challenges, but there's no industry better prepared to deal with challenges than auto, and in particular, auto dealers who always know how to adapt and find new ways to break through the challenges. And so what we always say is, when things change, when the market changes, when your consumers change, you also have to think about how is your marketing changing? How is your messaging changing? And that's what we've seen, is that customers, as a result of all of this, the biggest new dynamic is that there are new expectations and new shopping behaviors. People now have higher expectations than ever before with how they're going to be able to do business with brands and small businesses as well. Okay, so all of that said, you're still wondering, so what actually is Pinterest and how do I use it for auto dealers? Well, ultimately, Pinterest is a visual search engine to find, save, and organize ideas. The same way that you might use Google for information or Facebook to connect with your friends, use Pinterest to get ideas, to get inspiration that you could find, save, organize, and ultimately take action on. It's really a place to get inspiration to plan your lives, whether you're thinking about your next vacation, planning for your family, maybe recipes to cook, a new shirt you want to buy, how to decorate a home office. Pinterest is where you go to plan your life. And it's all about products, not politics. So we know that this is another election year. For better or worse, it's probably going to be a little bit divisive or negative on a lot of social media. You're not going to find that on Pinterest. It's really more like personal media. It's where you go to visualize your future, not just what you want to buy, but really who you want to be. So as we say, it's about yourself, not your selfie. And because of the personal nature of Pinterest, it actually influences what pinners buy more than any other social or search platform. In fact, nearly 9 in 10 weekly pinners use Pinterest when they're actively making purchase decisions for products or services. And so it's really a platform where you go to find new ideas and then try to buy them. And that includes new vehicles. Okay, so who uses Pinterest? And sort of the obvious question that I know a lot of people in this room might be asking is it just for women? So right off the bat, let's say we obviously do great with women, but there are certainly more than just that. Let me introduce you to Emily and Shane. Emily and Shane are a couple from Baltimore, Maryland. They are recently married, planning for a baby, just bought a new house. All of life's moments they're going through together. They're a perfect example of who is using Pinterest.
When we found out that we were expecting, I was immediately pinning and looking forward to the next house.
I'm Shane.
And I'm Emily, and we live in Annapolis, Maryland.
We use Pinterest to communicate with each other and share our ideas about the house, kids, dogs, all that stuff. It's easier to visualize something when you can see that something has been done before. I mean, I know it's something when I see it that I like it. That's what I want to do.
We've used it for just about everything you could probably think of. We will be pinning until we're 80, which is not a bad thing.
So that was Emily and Shane, and you can see they're using Pinterest to help plan sort of all of the biggest moments in their lives. And they're using it together. 5-10 years ago, my wife and I used to email each other back and forth or create spreadsheets when we wanted to share ideas or recipes or vacation ideas. Today, we just use Pinterest together on a shared board where we can both save our ideas, share them with each other, and then ultimately act on them. Okay, so I asked before, is Pinterest just for women? And the answer is obviously no, but it is our largest audience. We reach 60% of US women, 3 in 4 moms in the US. I mean, we actually break that down into millennial moms. It's even higher. And frankly, with all of us in the room, we know that these are the people making household purchase decisions. And so we think it's an exciting opportunity, especially for the auto community. We talk to a lot of marketing leaders, especially women in automotive, and they're always talking about Pinterest and how much they love it. And we think this is a great opportunity for the auto community to build better inroads with females. But we also reach a ton of men. In fact, about 30 million men use Pinterest every single month. And what I think is even more interesting is that when they're on Pinterest, the biggest interest that they actually have as a group is automotive. And so, yes, on one hand, you could reach tons of women on Pinterest, but on the other hand, there's a huge male auto and auto enthusiast community on Pinterest waiting to hear from you, waiting to buy vehicles. And we also reach half of US millennials and Gen Z. We know that this is really important, not just because they're the future of automotive buying, but they're also more interested in buying a car specifically because of COVID, right? A lot of them were just starting their lives. They were maybe planning to move their cities and then move somewhere else. And so they really do need new vehicles. But what's even more interesting is that they specifically say that the vehicle that they purchase is a reflection of who they are. So we see that 6 in 10 young people agree that they're trying to find a vehicle that matches their lifestyle, and they're already planning that lifestyle on Pinterest. So it's a perfect place to naturally show them how your vehicle fits their needs and their lifestyle. And then lastly, we reach more likely auto buyers than you might expect. So every month on Pinterest, there's over 12 million people specifically searching for, finding, saving automotive specific ideas. And according to third-party research from Oracle, there are over 18 million people every month using Pinterest that are going to be in market for a new vehicle. So when it purely comes to a buying audience, know that there are tens of millions of people looking for a new vehicle on Pinterest every month. With that, I'll pass it over to Allison to talk about some strategies for dealers.
Awesome. Thank you, Eitan. All right, so first things first, if you wait, you're late. So we know that 6 in 10 internet auto shoppers know the make or model they want before they start shopping. And the number of dealerships shopped year over year continues to decline, reaching an all-time low in 2020 at 2.2 stores shopped. So it's very important for dealers to find a way to connect with consumers before they're formally in market for a new vehicle. And we know that people aren't walking into stores like this anymore. By the time they're walking through your doors, they already know the make and the model that they're looking for. And so your chance to upsell them or persuade them may have already passed. And that's why Pinterest is such a powerful platform, because we reach people where they are, whether that's against everyday interests such as food, outdoors, and family planning, against seasonal moments such as summer, holidays, or graduation, and against key life moments like buying a home, planning a wedding, or having a baby. And finally, we of course reach them when they are in market for a new vehicle. So let's bring this to life a little bit more. We reach people against thousands of different interests every single month on Pinterest. And those interests can vary quite a bit, from interests like DIY and home improvement, where we reach almost 70 million pinners every single month, to interests around healthy living, fitness, weightlifting, where we reach nearly 20 million people every single month. And when it comes to life events, Pinterest is the platform where people are planning for these. And that's incredibly important, because when people are cycling through life events, such as getting married or having a baby, they're 2.4 times more likely to purchase a new vehicle within the next year. And people come to Pinterest to plan for those life events. So today, I'm going to walk you through 2 key strategies to winning on Pinterest. The first is to find new prospects through lifestyle messaging. And the second, which we're thrilled to announce today, is how you can convert in-market shoppers with inventory ads. So let's start with lifestyle. As we mentioned, people come to the platform every single month to pin and save ideas around things that make their life better, whether that's snowboarding, outdoor adventures, camping. People are pinning ideas around this. And we know from auto pinners that 58% of them want to learn more about the features that they and their family use most. So this provides dealers a perfect opportunity to match their sales message with the lifestyle imagery and planning that is happening organically on our platform. So here are a handful of examples from dealers across the country, showcasing how they've tied in simple lifestyle messaging and imagery with their sales objective. So whether that's selling the brand new 2021 Ford Bronco, showcasing how a pickup truck enhances that family road trip, or the tow capacity of a vehicle. There's a ton of opportunity to really make that connection for consumers about how that vehicle can enhance the lifestyle that they're already passionate about. And when it comes to seasonal planning, we of course can help you with that as well. So we know every year, during most years, we have big holiday sales events. And so it's really simple to take a seasonal appropriate image like this example from Lenlau Chevrolet with the winter background, overlay the vehicles involved with the sales event, and have a simple call to action. The second example showcases how future Toyota of Yuba City tapped into spring road trip planning. And the third example from James Hodge Chevrolet showcases how summer travel and summer road trips are made easier with that vehicle. And we've proven it works. In fact, Nielsen Auto Group out of the Northeast saw a 62% higher click-through rate than our Tier 3 benchmark when tying in these seasonal moments with their sales messaging. All right, so moving on to shopping. We are so excited to bring you this opportunity today. You were the first group that we're presenting this brand new opportunity for, and we can't wait to see how you can bring it to life. So as you may or may not know, many traditional retailers, such as Anthropologie, have uploaded their catalogs, meaning all of the products that they sell on their website or in store, onto Pinterest. And they are able to sell those items directly from our platform. They've been doing this for years, and it's been incredibly powerful for them and an extension of their digital strategy. Well, we know that there is a massive opportunity for auto to tap into this same behavior, because people on Pinterest want to see your offers and discounts. In fact, 9 out of 10 say they want to see that. And 71% of people want to see photos and imagery of your vehicle. So based on that feedback and the technical opportunity available, we're pleased to announce that we're bringing vehicle inventory onto Pinterest. So here are a couple of examples of what this opportunity looks like. On the left-hand side, you'll see a close-up of a 2021 Ford Explorer Limited pin. It has multiple images of the vehicle. It has the price, the product details, or the full details of the vehicle. And this is all pulled in through an inventory feed that you already have available. On the right-hand side, you can see Healy's profile page for their Ford Lincoln store, and it showcases all of the vehicles that they have in stock and available. The feeds update every 24 hours so that we can ensure that the inventory is completely up to date and available. And here are some examples of what the pins look like on the platform. So you can see we pull in high quality images, the full name of the vehicle, the price, and some details down below. When the consumer clicks on the pin, they're taken directly to the vehicle landing page, which has more details on the vehicle and allows for that consumer to connect directly with your store. All right, so those are our 2 strategies that we believe will bring you a ton of success this year. But first things first, you have to get started and set up on the platform. The good news here is that it's incredibly easy, and we're here to help. So it's truly a 3-step process of getting started on Pinterest. The first thing is that you have to open a business account. This takes about 5 minutes. It's super easy to set up and completely free. The second step is really to think about what you want to promote and how you want to do that. So whether that's tapping into a lifestyle strategy or to go for a lower funnel shopping opportunity. And then the third step is getting into Ads Manager, finalizing those budgets, and building campaigns. As Eitan mentioned before, we have a dedicated Tier 3 team here at Pinterest on standby, ready to help you through every step of this process. And we also have relationships with all of the major agency players in the space, and they can help guide you along the way as well. So to recap today's presentation, the first thing that we want you to remember is that your customer has evolved, the process has changed, and your marketing needs to change as well. Connecting people as they plan their lives is incredibly important. On Pinterest, you're able to get your inventory in front of people where they're already shopping and not just socializing. It's incredibly easy to get started on Pinterest, and we're here to help. You can reach out to Eitan and I, as well as our colleague Nick, at dealerteam@pinterest.com anytime. We're happy to jump on a call with you and talk you through any questions or concerns you may have. And with that, we wish you all a happy and healthy new year and hope you have an incredible time at the conference.
Have a great time. Thank you for having us, and hopefully we'll see you again one day in the future.
Do you like the content? Well, if you want more, then you need to sign up for Bradley On Demand, the world's best virtual training platform in the entire automotive industry. With some of the top speakers, salespeople, and trainers, and almost 7,000 training modules. You will sell more cars more often and more profitably. So sign up now at www.bradleyondemand.com.